when you should actually not forgive. Let's say something really horrific happened to someone you love so deeply. Is there times when you shouldn't forgive? So the big buzzword that we often hear about, and even a buzzword that I've shared a lot, and I actually really stand behind, is the word forgiveness. Often we think that for us to become free, we must forgive. We must forgive every experience, we must forgive everyone, we must forgive. And I want to say that that word has a certain connotation in the American language. And I want to share with you there are certain times when not to forgive. And that might raise a few flags right now. You might be thinking, Danette, that's counterintuitive to anything I've been taught or heard you say. When would I not forgive? So I want to share first what forgiveness is in my mind so that we can be on the same page because, like I said, this word holds a lot of weight. Forgiveness has a lot of different meanings, and a lot of times we think forgiveness is about letting and righting the wrong of whatever someone's done or allowing it to happen or just loving them and forgetting about it. And it's not about sweeping it under the rug. This is about freeing you so that you can fly, so that you can live in a new energy space for where you're stepping into next. The word forgiveness implies this idea that I have set you free. I forgive any action that you do, meaning it's all okay. I have let it go, I've released it, and I'm moving on. And that is not an easy thing. It takes sometimes many, many years and sometimes a lifetime, depending on the emotion, the tie, the action, what actually happened. And I do know that forgiveness is a big part of more about releasing you from someone or something that happened to you, because you're not necessarily saying, I condone this, I am gonna be your friend, I feel loving towards you. It's not about that. It's not about sweeping it under the rug. It's about you saying, this chain, this bond, this energy cord that I feel with you that is not feeling good, or this experience that's not feeling good, and I know that I'm connected to it because I think about it, because I get angry about it, because I shut down about it. These are all emotions that you might feel, or I feel abandoned about it, whatever the emotion is. If you're feeling it and it's popping up randomly or it's popping up every day, you know there's an energy cord. And often forgiveness means I'm cutting that energy cord so that I'm free. And I'm forgiving so that I'm free, so that I don't have to continue to think about this or let this be continually attached to one another through this experience, through this emotion. So when you would not forgive, let's say something happened to someone you really, really love. And it's affect you. And sometimes when something happens to someone we really love, like our children or our spouse or our best friend, it almost feels harder on us than if it happened to us. It does, because you've been removed from it. You're watching it from a different perspective. It's like this action, this thing's happening here, and you're an observer. But you love the person it's happening to so much, and you're connected to that person that you can't help but feel the emotion, right? So if an action's been done to someone you love, or even to you that you're like, this is so horrendous, I don't actually recommend forgiving, I recommend releasing. And I want to use that word just a little bit more, because forgiveness is so wrapped up in some of our brains that we're like, I can't forgive. And I want to give you the freedom to say, don't forgive. Let's choose to release. Let's choose to say, I'm releasing this so that I can fly, that I can live my life. I'm choosing to release. And when we change that, it takes a lot of the energy out, right? So this is when you wouldn't forgive. It's when you're gonna say, I'm not gonna forgive right now. I'm going to release. And when I say release, is I'm going to release any bonds to me, any energies to me, and I'm going to release this experience, release this person from me, from my existence on this planet. I'm gonna release you. I'm not gonna think about you. I'm not gonna give you energy, because when you give something energy, it actually takes away from energy of other beautiful things you want in your life. So I'm releasing my energy to you so that I can focus and give energy on beautiful things in my life. And I'm telling you, when you start to say these words, I release this and I step into this. I release this, I'm stepping into this. So I will journal this over and over for my healing. So for example, if I need to release someone from my life that's really, really hurt me or hurt a loved one, I will say, I release this person, and I'll write their name, and then I'll say the opposite, and I'm stepping into this energy, which might be loving my community, loving my family even harder, loving myself more, right? So whatever you're releasing and then whatever you're stepping into. This frees up that energy line so that you can carry out the life that you're destined for, the one that you want to step into, and the one that your soul is championing and wanting you to express on this timeline in this life right now.